I was so curious about your dad's reaction to your portrayal of him in the show, because you talk about him slapping you in the grocery store. You talk about him, bringing his sort of traditional immigrant father ways and expressing them as if this is the way life should be. And I was curious when he first went and saw your show and when those things were in his portrayal, if that sort of forced a conversation, or was he, like, did it take him a while to be okay with the portrayal?
So I have some friends that saw it, that like grew up in my community, that were like, "You're crazy, man." Like, I could never talk about my parents this way. But, you know, I ultimately think of that show and a lot of the stories that I continue to tell as a love letter to family. And I remember my dad being at the Cherry Lane Theater with my mom and my sister, and they were at the show.
To see it for the first time?
Yeah, I could see them from the stage, and my dad was looking at other people and he saw them laughing. And I think that sort of fear that he had was like, oh, everyone kind of experiences this. And he saw other families there too. So he saw kids with their parents and they were like, my dad does that too, or my mom does that too. But by the way, to their credit, my dad is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. I think like when people are like, who's the greatest comedian of all time? I'm like, Hasan Minhaj. He's the funniest guy. I mean, he's hilarious. My mom is one of the greatest entrepreneurs I have witnessed with my own eyes. Someone to come from another country, come here, learn about American capitalism and how to make money and how to start your own business and also give back. She's worked at the VA for the past over 20 years, Mather Air Force Base, helping veterans. Like, if people criticize your Americanness, I'll be like, my mom has worked on an Air Force base helping veterans for over 2 decades, coming back from war with PTSD, and you're gonna tell me I'm not American?
That must be so disheartening to constantly have to deal with that.
Well, I think the thing that I really think about is there's a monopoly on what American looks like.
Right.
And what a patriotic American looks like. On paper, Hasan Minhaj does not look or sound like a patriotic name. But when you say Dr. Hasan Minhaj, Mather VA, and you look at that name tag and you see her helping veterans coming back from war, wow, it's a whole new look on patriotism. I really thought of that. That's a really great way to subvert criticism. And it's a really great way to flip this ideology on its head. Like, hey, American and what it means to be a patriotic American looks completely different from what you think it is. But I do feel equal when I travel and people find out that I'm an American and they go, I hate you. And I go, good. You hate me for being an American.
We have that really in common. We both go to Europe and we're like, I'll tell them I'm Canadian.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, then why not subscribe? Click right here for lots more off camera. And if you want to see the hour-long version of these conversations, I'm going to give you the secret link. Here it is, offcamera.com. Check it out.